The small things lead to the big things. Hey, Mountaineers. Every big dream starts with the small steps you take today. Meet Indy, a young elephant with dreams as big as her heart. She doesn't just love gymnastics, she lives for it. She pictures herself twirling, flipping, and representing her country at the Olympics. But there's just one problem. Gymnastics isn't easy for an elephant. One evening, Indy sits beside her Opa, Arthur, under the shade of a giant tree. He holds a tiny leaf and says, "Indy, greatness isn't just in the big leaps. It's in the small, consistent steps." Indy frowns. "But I just want to be great, Opa." Arthur smiles, letting the leaf drift to the ground. "Then start small." So, Indy does. She stretches every morning. She perfects her balance, one careful step at a time. She learns to land softly, breathe through mistakes, and focus on the smallest movements. And little by little, she begins to see it. The small things become the big things. Then the falls come, and they hurt. One day, after a tough tumble, Indy sighs, feeling the weight of defeat. Opa Arthur helps her up, dusting off her spirit as much as her knees. "Indy, champions aren't the ones who never fall. They're the ones who get up, smile, and try again." She breathes in, she stands up, she smiles, she tries again. As Indy trains, she realizes something even greater. Gymnastics isn't just about her. It's about lifting up the ones around her, encouraging teammates, celebrating their successes, and learning from their strengths. The heart of a champion isn't in standing alone. It's in lifting others with you. Indy walks into practice and sees her friends holding big, colorful signs with her name, cheering loudly. She laughs, realizing the small things aren't just in her effort, but in the love around her. Opa grins and says, "See, Indy? Sometimes the small things come from the biggest hearts." And then the big day arrives. Indy steps center, heart pounding, breath steady. Every stretch, every practice, every fall, every small thing has led to this moment. She moves through her routine with grace, precision, and joy. As she lands her final move, the crowd erupts in cheers. But she isn't thinking about the applause. She's thinking about the journey. Indy realizes something powerful. The goal was never just the Olympics. The goal was the process. Every stumble, every smile, every shared moment with Opa and her friends, that was the real prize. The small things weren't just leading to something bigger. They were the big thing all along. Back in her room, Indy stands with Opa and her friends, celebrating not just the competition, but the journey. She looks around at the dreams on her wall and realizes the real gold was in every small step, every shared moment. Opa smiles and says, "Remember, Indy, doing the small things is actually the big thing." Thank you for taking the time to be here, for listening, for opening yourself up to this story and its message. So often, we think success, Joy or meaning comes from these huge, life-changing moments. The big wins, the milestones, the things we can show off. But really, the big things in life? They're just a collection of the small things. Moments of effort, moments of patience, moments of love. Before we dive into this meditation, let's take a moment to arrive, to settle in. Wherever you are, whether you're sitting, lying down, or even walking, bring your awareness to your breath. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Another deep breath in and exhale. One more. Breathe in, filling up with presence. And breathe out, letting everything else fade away. Now, gently bring to mind something you're working toward. It could be a goal, a dream, or even just a version of yourself that you're growing into. As you hold that vision, I want you to shift your focus, not to the outcome, not to the finish line, but the smallest step that brings you closer to it. Maybe it's practicing something for just 5 minutes a day. Maybe it's showing up, even when you don't feel like it. Maybe it's just believing in yourself a little more today than you did yesterday. Imagine each small step as a single stone on a path. See yourself walking it, step by step, breath by breath. Feel the ground steady beneath you, reminding you that growth isn't in rushing forward. It's in being present with each step you take. Now, let's take this a little deeper. Picture someone in your life who has supported you, encouraged you, or lifted you up in some way. Maybe it's a friend, a mentor, or even a quiet presence in the background. Feel that energy, how their small kindness, their words, their belief in you have helped shape where you are now. And now, imagine yourself doing the same for someone else. Maybe it's offering support, sharing wisdom, or simply being there. Because, just like Indy's story, our journeys aren't just about us. They're about who we lift along the way. Take one more deep breath in and exhale. Slowly bring your awareness back to the space you're in. Maybe wiggle your fingers, roll your shoulders, or gently blink your eyes open. Remember, The small things are the big things. And every time you show up, even in the smallest way, you're already on the path. If this resonated with you, try sharing it with someone in your life that you connect with. Because at Mind Mountain, we're all on this climb together.